Bill, I'm here to look at your van.
Hello?
Hey, I'm here to look at your van.
Oh, Bill, dude. Oh, man, it's good to see you, brother.
Yeah.
Thanks for looking at my van, man.
Yeah?
Bringing in a really good hug, yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's
So,
all weird.
Don't worry about it. It's all part of the psychedelic experience of this van. I was born in it, man.
You were born in
I
this
was born
van?
in this van.
Well, where are your parents?
They cut their hair long ago and they were slaving under the thumb of the man. And I'm not about that, man. So I left them when I was 2 years old.
Really?
I've been living in here ever since. I started crying and they just left me because I was mad at them.
So what do you want me to do?
Well, man, I don't know what's wrong. Like, there's some parts missing, maybe, like a configurator or something. I can show you over here.
All right, let's go.
As you can see, the paint's a little rough. But I got a CB radio, brother. Look at that. You can talk to all the truckers.
That's sweet.
Yeah. Right in this door, this is where I get in to drive it. See? There's a steering wheel. Yeah, so as you can see, that configurator thing's supposed to be there, and I don't know if this engine's supposed to be open like that, but I guess it'd be pretty cool.
So I think that's a carburetor.
Oh, okay.
I've actually got one of those.
What?
Yeah.
You got a carb, man?
I totally have the car for this van.
So groovy.
Okay.
Man, that is awesome.
So does it do anything when you try to start it?
Let me show you, man. If I see, this is where the key's supposed to go.
Yeah.
So, there we go. Put the key in there. It's just nothing, brother. Not even a clickety-clack. It's nothing.
Okay.
I try every day, hoping they'll start sometime, but it hasn't ever since I was 2 years old.
So once we get this van running, what are you trying to do?
Oh, man, I'm sick of the prison I'm in. The prison of being stuck in Minnesota. I want to go out to California, brother. Go surf the waves.
Oh, we're gonna have to work hard to try to get this van going.
Yeah.
So if you live in this van, are you gonna like help out, I guess, while we try to get it running?
Well, I usually sleep till like 2 p.m.
Okay.
And then I party all night long at my buddy's van.
Okay.
We have a little van commune, so I just won't be around usually, so you can just work on it.
All right. Well, how are you gonna pay me?
Well, I know a guy. I can get you what you need.
Oh, well, sounds awesome. All right. Well, I'll get started on it.
Thank you, brother. Bring it in.
What was your name, by the way? I never caught it. I never caught your name.
Crusher, dude.
Got it. Of course it is. All right.
My parents did one thing right.
What's
other
that?
than naming me Crusher.
Oh, right. Yes.
And having me, too. That was pretty gnar.
Well, from what I could tell, I think this is like a 1969 Ford Econoline.
What?
Yeah, and it's super rare.
Dude.
Because it has no windows on this side. It's got some windows over here. It's a 1-ton van, which is crazy. And it's short. And I don't know what you got going on in here, Crusher.
Well, I've just been sleeping.
Can you even open this door?
No, you can't open it.
Try to pull on it.
Oh,
Look
I
at
guess
that.
you can.
You didn't even know all this time.
I didn't.
So you got...
This is my humble abode. Just kind of...
Let's see, you got some tires. You got a seat. Hey, this is what goes over the motor.
Oh,
that's exceptional. And you started, or maybe your parents started trying to make this into a cool hippie van.
Yeah, bro. Before they went under the thumb of the man.
Right. I even think that's a seat from like a Dodge van, maybe.
Dude. Alright, we'll just close the door. I'm gonna go back to bed.
Alright, see ya, Crusher. We'll get after it.
Thanks, man. Wait. Here's the key.
Okay, thanks.
Just take it.
Alright, that was crazy. We got a couple days get this hippie van fixed because we don't want Crusher living in the parking lot for like all winter. That's what we know about this van so far. 1969, as far as we can tell, it's been sitting for about 25 years. We need to make it run and drive and stop. Young William, young Will, no brakes, right?
No brakes.
No brakes, no start, no drive, no stop. Those are the things we need to touch. So, step one, cooling system. We're going to pull the radiator, get it cooked and cleaned, because once it runs, we want to make sure that it cools. Step two, pull the gas tank, because I'm sure it's full of old gas and grossness and rust and who knows what. And the same guy that's going to clean the radiator is going to clean the gas tank. That is the foundation for getting this van going. That's what we're going to do right now. Previously drained this radiator, so just barely anything came out. Really rusty looking, and a lot of these cars that came from the south, like California, Texas, those places, in my experience, people have a tendency to put water in the cooling system. This van has been sitting in Minnesota for many years, so I don't know if anything is broken. There was not a lot of liquid in the system, so we'll see. Right now we've got some transmission cooler lines we got to pull. This appears to be an original radiator, so that's pretty nice. When you're doing transmission cooler hoses, you want to make sure that the hose is not twisting as you are loosening this nut, because then it'll just keep twisting, because these ones are hard metal lines. We're also going to see if there's any tranny fluid in it before we check the old dipstick. Pretty dry so far. Yeah, I don't know if this van's ever been fired with this motor in it. I'm looking at what appears to be a new fuel pump, and probably should wear safety glasses when you're laying under a car. Yeah, we don't have, and there's some fluid in those lines. Look at this coolant. That's pretty much just really rusty looking. Look at this radiator. So this, I believe, is an original radiator. You can see how it's a very unique shaped tank. It appears to be from this period, which would make it very difficult to replace. But as I pulled it, you can see a lot of corrosion in the fins here, and something's going on here. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a leak. So this guy that I use, he can restore this radiator. You can put a new core in it. These are back in the day where you would service and rebuild this part. That's the crazy thing about modern cars. They build a modern car to be disposable. Plastic tanks. Is there somebody that maybe fixes them? I don't know. But you just throw them away. These things are made with real brass. They're very expensive to buy new for the most part. And they're valuable for recycling too, which is where a lot of these disappeared to. So we got the radiator out. Now let's go to the gas tank. So I haven't done a lot of work on vans. The fuel filler neck is here. And I don't even know where the fuel tank is. Is it inside the body? Is it underneath? Let's see. We're gonna lay under here. Well, what do you know? It's right there. And fuel filler neck comes right there. Oof, see that varnish looking fuel already? And cracked hoses. That is the nightmare right there. Ooh. And a wasp nest. Glad we're in the winter. That would have been a great find. That hose is gonna be destroyed. But it's straight, so we might be able to replace that with just some bulk line. Tank looks pretty good. It doesn't appear to be rusted through. There's a healthy punch from a forklift, perhaps. A loader, who knows what. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna break our hearts. I got myself some safety glasses. Some of these hoses are new, the rubber lines. So somebody, obviously, whoever worked on this last, replaced some of the rubber hose up here. But let me tell you, the stench of varnish that's coming out of this gas tank and what should be fuel, but is black, that's draining out. We're making the right choices here. Safety glasses. I also had to open the door slightly, the overhead door, for some ventilation because the stench is strong. There's also an entire nest of wasps, or like a row. There's like a wasp apartment under here. Am I glad that I waited till it was winter time. We've had some freezing in Minnesota, and that seems to give the wasps the kick. Hey, I'm getting spoiled working on this California van. Nothing is rusty, and man, do I love it. It would have been nice to be able to remove this. I think we have to just bend it. I think it has to quarter turn. Ugh, I hate that. All right. We're a little tighter for that one, but we got it. Okay, gently lower it down. Kind of feel like we're fighting this hose already. Absolutely are. Well, I'll try to take it loose on both ends and maybe it can slide it around good enough. It is likely going to fight us. We'll try, and hopefully. So we're just working our way around the hose completely with this tool. Trying not to puncture the hose. But these hoses get sticky, so this is a pretty slick option. This is the short version. I have a longer one. About to break my rules, guys. I'm about to cut this and figure it out later. Sometimes things just need that negative attention, you know? Come on. Off you go. Okay. I was trying to save the hose, but it is so dry and cracked and just stuck. We've got a clamp, a vent hose now that we're fighting as well. We got fuel in this beast. I am... And okay. Just do a little of this. If we look up here, what do we see? We see no rust, which is awesome. A ton of spider eggs, which is also not too awesome. This hose, it virtually just tore. It was so stuck to the tank and I couldn't get it loose. I couldn't get it to release with that tool, and it just tore. So I'm gonna take this sender off. Usually the guy who's gonna work on this tank, he's gonna want all this stuff apart so he can just flush it. This has to turn about a half turn to get off. Just like that. Wow. This is horrible. This is the float, which is completely disintegrated. I would say gas gauge sure as heck isn't gonna work. Wow. No wonder. Look at the rust and crust on this. This is the sock that also is called a filter. A strainer, I should say, is probably what that's called. Man, oh man, corrosion. The corrosion is strong. Yikes. Oh, oh man. This is straight turpentine, paint thinner. Yeah, we probably got to see if there's something like this in the aftermarket. Holy smoke.